questions from no. No. But let's go back to the coup attempts. Of course, they called it coups, but we call them military uprisings. But we don't want to deal with semantics. No? Okay, the only regret I have is I did not have other tools at my disposal. If I were a lawyer, I'd probably be a human rights lawyer. If I were a businessman, during the time, I'd probably organize the socially responsible businessman. But I was a soldier. My training was management of violence. So my only regret was the loss of lives, consistent with a constitutional principle I learned now. Okay, let me go straight to the numbers. In 1987, 150 lives were lost. Okay. In 1989, 300. But I will have to ask this also, para we can put it in perspective. Has anybody been held accountable for the 8,000 Filipinos who died in 2 hours after some government official allowed the denudation of the forest in Ormo? Okay.
What year?
That's about 80s. Yes, okay. That happened in the same decade, no? Have we quantified the loss of lives resulting from those who lost their jobs because during the same decade we do not have an energy development policy where factories had to shut down because of lack of energy. Third issue. I remember during the same period, some farmers wanted to see their president. And what was done to them? We shot them. And that is called the Mendiola Massacre. I'm asking for closure to these issues so that we can really give life to the principle of consistent application of justice. But, well, I'm not using this as an excuse, no? But we were granted amnesty. As I said, this is not the excuse under the administration of President Ramos.
Yeah.
But even if the death penalty was still existent, I am willing to face the consequences. But I want the people responsible for the Ormoc, the 8,000 lives, and the Mendiola Massacre, and the unquantified and unqualified families who lost their jobs and probably some of their children died to also face what is coming. Now, why did the uprisings happen? The very same reason that 1986 happened. The original plan was to mount a military operation against Malacanang. Now, why am I raising this issue? Because of my perception that double or multiple standards are being applied. So if it benefits the new holders of power, it is okay. If it does not, it's wrong. Now, we have to clarify that also. Now, last issue is, I don't lay any claim to primacy in terms of who were the real heroes in 1986. The heroes were the people, the Filipino people. But in a previous lifetime, I have the scars, physical scars, emotional, to show for how I fought as a soldier to preserve our democracy. And many of my brothers in arms died, and top it off with the civilians who died. That's why I've traversed the entire spectrum. From a soldier, I am now in a position to make laws. It's responsive. But if this is going to be taken against me, then it's okay. I will face the consequences, even in terms of public opinion. But I want the questions I raised answered also. In fact, to push the envelope further, if I'm going to be in front of a firing squad, I want the people responsible to be beside me. For Boklan, Mendiola Massacre, those who lost their jobs and who lost their children.
I want